In this video we're going to be taking a look at the ASICS S4 Plus Yogiri Super running shoe, and I'm going to be telling you why I think this could be an excellent marathon running shoe for the everyday runner. And welcome to FORDY Runs. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Chris Ford and I'm a qualified running and athletics coach. And like I said in the open, we're going to be taking a look at this, the ASICS S4 Plus Yogiri. And I am going to be telling you why I think this could be a sneaky pick for you everyday runners if you're thinking about doing a marathon. Okay team, so here it is, the Yogiri S4 Plus. And I keep getting the name wrong, and I wish they'd just called this the magic speed. Now apparently Yogiri means night fog in Japanese, but genuinely I really feel like this should have been the magic speed. But we are going to get bogged down with that today, because today we're going to be talking about what's going on here and why I think this could be an excellent marathon shoe choice for you everyday runners. Right team, so this shoe is a shoe that was available in Japan. Then it was launched in the US, and then all of a sudden it appeared over here in the UK. And there's not many pairs available, so I will give you a bit of a spoiler. If you actually want to come buy this shoe, I'd probably pause this video now, go on asics.com or wherever you are, buy them, because by the time the video finishes, they probably would have sold out. You've been warned. So yes, this is a super shoe, but a toned down super shoe. To make you understand in a very simple way, I'm going to explain to you where this shoe fits in. So this is the Metaspeed Sky Paris, and I want you to think of that as a sort of Formula One car. It's the pinnacle of motorsport. Extremely fast, lightweight, but could kill you. Then we've got the S4 Plus, and I want you to think of this as like a Le Mans 24-hour car, a WEC car. Extremely fast, but they run them for like 24 hours, although it could potentially still kill you. Are you following along? So the Metaspeed is still the top end racing shoe from ASICS, and this will be updated really soon. But fundamentally, this is just a big slab of PEBA with a carbon plate in it, and it's very fast. And in fact, too fast for me to wear in the marathon. And that's where this shoe comes in, because according to ASICS, this shoe is designed for sub 4-hour marathoners. But what I actually think they're trying to say there is this is sort of a non-elite, a non-sort of sub-elite marathon shoe. It's a little bit more toned down, a little bit more versatile, a little bit more forgiving, and that's where I start thinking about the everyday runner. So I want you to think of this as a toned down version of this. Still following along? Okay, let's move on to the stats and features. So this S4 Yogiri or Night Fog super shoe is £185 on the ASICS website. It weighs 258 grams, 9.1 ounces in my UK 9.5. We've got a dual foam setup in the shoe with Flight Foam Turbo Plus, which is the PEBA racing foam on top, and then the Flight Foam EVA foam underneath. Running through that, we've got a sculpted full length plate that's been carried over from the ASICS Metaspeed edge, and what that means is there's more foam on top of the carbon plate, and I'll come on to that in just a bit. The shoe has a 6mm drop, and there's no official stack heights on the ASICS website, but from what I've seen, I've got this coming in at 40mm down to 34, but that is unconfirmed. We've got a more built-up mesh upper versus the other Metaspeed Sky shoes, which offers more support and structure. The shoe features a slightly broader base versus the Metaspeed, and the geometry is definitely less aggressive. The outsole is ASICS grip with a little bit more coverage and a slightly thicker rubber versus the Metaspeed shoes. It fits true to size, and this is a UK 9.5. Let's take a closer look. So there's the upper on the shoe, and that's how it compares to the Metaspeed. The laces and the tongue are carried over from the Metaspeed. Here's our dual foam setup, and like I said, we've got more foam under the forefoot. The carbon plate comes down here, so you've got more foam under the forefoot. This is the EVA Flight Foam frame. It's got the similar sort of comfort levels of the Metaspeed. Now there's the two outsoles, and this is definitely thicker with a little bit more coverage. Okay, so let's talk about the ride. So first impressions, when I first put these on, I thought, Jesus, these are a little bit firm, but actually it works very well, because when you lean on this more, the Flight Foam Turbo Plus comes alive. Now I've worked through paces in this shoe, and I've done easy pace, which is 9-minute miles for me, so around, let's say 5:30, 5:35 per kilometre, and then down to my marathon goal pace and below that. My marathon goal pace for reference is 8-minute miles, 5-minute kilometres, I think that is, and lower. And the more you lean on it, the more the shoe comes alive. But more importantly, when you get onto the Flight Foam Turbo Plus here, it really starts noticeably working with the plate to move you through. But it's not aggressive, it's not like a spring, it just seems to roll you through, which is what you get with the edge. What's also noticeable is the more stability in the heel. I found myself at that easy pace landing more here, and it definitely felt more stable underfoot. Now a lot of that stability is going to come from the flight foam, the EVA foam underneath here, but it is noticeable how sort of less skinny in the heel this feels. But the most joy I got from this shoe was at marathon goal pace, where I was just able to sort of, well, just bounce along and love life. And that got me thinking, and this is a very good point, people. Genuinely, if I wasn't running the London Marathon in the New Balance SC Elite version 4, I would seriously consider strapping these on. Now I do need to do more work in the shoe. I'm going to put a caveat to that statement because I do need to do more work in the shoe, okay? And I have recently just done a marathon, so I would say my legs aren't exactly as fresh as they normally would be. But what I can tell you, hand on heart, is that this shoe feels very marathon-y for everyday runners like myself. The more I've run it, the more confident I've got running in it, and I've really enjoyed that confidence coming from the shoe. Now, like I've said in other videos, this shoe scares me to death. I love running this in 5K, 10Ks. It's so fast, it really is. But it's also very aggressive, and almost too aggressive for me to wear in the marathon. And there's a video last year where I said I was going to run the Edge in the London Marathon, but I turned away from that shoe right at the last minute because I simply didn't have the confidence to run in it, and I went and ran in the Adidas Pro 3. I just don't believe I'm fast enough for the Metaspeed Sky shoes, whereas this, I feel super confident enough to take this into a marathon. And I think that's my biggest takeaway for you. If you are looking for an ASICS high performance shoe and the Metaspeed is not doing it for you for the marathon distance, or you're a little bit concerned going over that half marathon distance in the shoe because it is so aggressive, then definitely consider this. So let's wrap it up with the things I like. Firstly, I just love the idea that ASICS are bringing out a shoe that's a little bit more toned down, a little bit more towards the everyday runner. Now, when I say that, I know you're all going to go in the comments, well, it's 185 quid, what everyday runner can afford that, blah, 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 blah. And I do get that point. It's not lost on me. But I have seen more people buying these sort of super shoes for marathon race day. So let's tone down the criticism a little bit in the comments. I like the fact that this has got the laces and the tongue carried over from the Metaspeed because it's one of the best out there. I love Flight Foam Turbo Plus in here. It works really well with this EVA frame and the plate and the way that's designed. I like the upper. I love the stability in the heel section. I love the comfort, and I like the outsole. And I just love the fact, like I said, that this is a toned down Metaspeed Sky Paris for us mere mortals. And I think that's the key takeaway. Now, in terms of dislikes, I do get slightly irritated the fact that they say, you know, oh, this is a sub 4 hour marathon, and trying to label everybody and box everybody up. But as I said, I got to give them kudos, because for trying to come out of a shoe that's a little bit more toned down, that appeals to more people, is a good thing. But I still stick to what I said. This should have been called the Magic Speed or something along them lines, and it should have been much more readily available in other colourways and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not criticising the colourway here, because I think it looks absolutely sweet as. So yes, look, key takeaway from this video for all of you is that if you are like me, somebody who's trying to get better over the marathon distance, you love ASICS shoes, you love the Metaspeed Sky, but it's a little bit aggressive, it's a little bit hardcore for the marathon distance, you might not necessarily have the confidence to run that. This is definitely an option, people. It really is. It's less chunky, less clunky than the SC Elite version 4. It's a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more nimble feeling. Nimble. It's definitely more versatile than the Metaspeed shoes. And I just think it ticks a lot of boxes. I just wish that they would be called the Magic Speed or something and made more readily available to us all. So there we go. I'm now going to put this into some races over the summer, and I will report back to you as always. We've got some half marathons coming up and things like that, so I'm definitely going to put this into some races. I'm also going to put this potentially on the Chicago list. Now, if you follow the channel, hopefully you've subscribed, I'm out there hunting for a Chicago race day shoe, and this is already a contender, so I'm putting this on the shelf for the Chicago Marathon, where I'm hoping to run my fastest marathon time. So yes, this has already been slotted on there, people. So I think that tells you enough what I think about the shoe, that this is a potential contender already at this early stage of the year. So there we go. Hopefully they've not all sold out by the time you've got to the end of this video. I hope you've all subscribed, and I hope you all come and join me on a Monday at 8 o'clock UK time, where we do a live stream. We talk about things like this. But that's it from me, team. Let me know in the comments, did you pull the trigger on this during this video or not? And I shall catch you all later.